Hi, welcome to Strength Reversed. It's Amy. Thank you so much for being here. I hope your 2024 is going swimmingly. Mine is off to a strong start, and it's partly because at the beginning of January, I started a new morning routine or system if you're an Atomic Habits person. If you've read that book, it's a good one. And I got a new tarot journal, and this has become part of my new routine. I decided to intentionally create a morning routine this year because I've struggled so much in the past trying to fit in all of the practices that I want to fit in. What was really important to me to do a little bit every day was yoga, meditate, and something with tarot. And I just struggled because I would come home from work and I'd be tired and I had to get some exercise in, and then I had to make dinner, and then I just wanted to relax, and I would feel bad and I'd be hard on myself because I'd think, oh, I'm being so lazy. I'm not doing the yoga, the tarot, the meditation. And I didn't really feel like doing that stuff because I was tired and I had gone to the gym or I had gone for my walk. And I really tried different ways to kill two birds with one stone, maybe walking meditation or pull a tarot card for my walk, but nothing seemed to work. And plus I have a little bit of a thing where if I have a lot of options, I tend to get lost in the decisions. Well, I should be doing tarot, and if I start reading a tarot book or pull out the cards, then I think about, well, I should be meditating, and it's always I should be doing something else. And so I decided to use my time in the morning, which for me is not a lot of time. I have never been one of those get up and go to the gym people. That's just not going to happen. I'm not going to bed at 9 p.m. I can barely make myself go to bed at 11 p.m. My body does not like and has never liked getting up early and working out first thing in the morning. I'm an after work worker-outer, and that's just how I roll. And I don't see that changing. But one thing I do in the mornings, and I've done for a long time, is I get up, and I'm the first one up in my house, and so it's quiet. And I have about 30 minutes to just have some water, have my coffee, and kind of mull things over and get my mind together. And so usually during that time, I try to do one chore. And by chore, I mean maybe empty the dishwasher or, fold the towels that were in the dryer or something like that. And I decided to use that time because I have many alarms in the morning. There's the, first alarm, and then you get to push snooze, and then there's the for real get up alarm, and then I have a last chance kind of alarm where if I'm sleeping in that day, I have to get up, and then I have one alarm, which means like whatever you're doing, stop, and you have to finish getting ready and get out the door. So there's like, don't try to live in my head, okay? It's a lot. So anyway, I try to get up with that very first alarm, so I have 30 solid minutes. And one thing that has held me back for, a long time is I'm being stuck on a number, being stuck on a unit of time. Like, for example, I have to work out for 1 hour or it, wasn't even a good workout. That's a thing of the past for me, but, I have to meditate for 30 minutes, or I have to do a 30-minute yoga video. For some reason, 30 minutes and 1 hour are stuck in my head, and I feel like it didn't count if it wasn't that increment of time. And that is something I've had to let go of, because when I think about sitting still and meditating or doing a yoga video, and I think 30 minutes or 45 minutes or 1 hour, it seems overwhelming, and then I avoid it and don't do it. 5 minutes is better than 0 minutes. And so I decided I was going to start a morning routine and have all of this stuff done in the morning and use it as a way to start my day, to set intentions, to center myself in the morning. And it really has helped me feel more calm, more focused throughout the day. And then when I come home from work and I've worked out or I've gone for a walk or whatever I'm doing, I can do whatever I want because I've already done what I consider to be the most important thing. So I've gotten a lot more reading done. I've been able to enjoy a couple books already this month, and it's just more relaxing. So I'll show you my journal, and then I will tell you about my routine, and you know, you can see if it inspires you or tell me if you have the same kind of thing. So I got this for Christmas, and this is the Ritual journal for 2024. I've really liked it. I've gone back and forth with cards of the day. This is 3 cards every day, but I'm sure you could do 2 or 1. And I kind of don't want to share a lot that's written in it, but I will show you a blank month and then show you how I do mine. At the beginning of the journal, I love big spiral bound things, by the way. There's a lot of information. So there's calendar features, there's information, you know, about astrology and whatnot. It has all of the moon phases for the year. It has 3 card spreads, suggested questions, cheat sheet for tarot card meanings, 2 pages of that, astrological references, and then it starts with your personal birth chart and different houses and whatnot. I would not do this because I'm not super into doing my own astrology, but my friend Tracy does Hellenistic astrology, and she did my chart, and so I might go back and fill in the information she gave me last year. And then there's a year ahead spread, and then there's information. Now I put my card for the year up here, and then there's space for every month. I'm going to kind of do a wrap-up card at the end of every month. I do not like to do a year ahead spread because I've had a bad experience with them where a card came up that was very specific and not good. And so it came up for June. I will never forget this. And for 6 months, it was in the back of my mind and I was worried about it. So I don't do that. It has the entire month. Let me do February because I don't want to show you all my writing. So it starts with the entire month and it has the moon phases. And then you have a chance to do a spread for the month, and it has little boxes and you can write intentions, what you're looking forward to, what you're letting go of, goals for the month, how you want to feel, your priorities, your highlights. You can go back and write those in. And then it has love, money, work, health, spirit, and your focus energy for that month. And one thing I like that it has is this habit tracker. And I'll show you my January habit tracker. I like these. So you write down habits that you or things you want to accomplish, and then every day that you do that, you fill in the box. And it's just a good way to see, oh, okay, I did this most days, or maybe I need to step up. I see weight training is lagging this month. After that, there is a weekly view, and you have 1 card for the week and then 3 cards for each day. And you can fill that in, and there's a place to write some notes. And then as the new moon approaches, there is a new moon spread and another place to reflect on the things that you want to focus on things you're grateful for, things you want to change, manifest, or whatever during that new moon. And there's the same for the full moon. So the weekly views continue. Here's the full moon. And then at the end of the month, the end of every month, there is 2 pages of the gridded dots. And then there's several of these dot pages at the end of this journal. So for January, I don't really want people to see exactly what I wrote, but I'll show you. I have my habit tracker page and the things I wanted to focus on. My January, you know, thingy-mabobber spread. My word for January is balance. And then here is a week. And I do color code when I write my tarot readings and I pull cards of the day or do a reading. I write about each card in a color that pertains to that suit. Why do I do that? Because I'm just like that. I have a bunch of stickers too that I use, and those are fun because I just think it jazzes it up. And it has a space for an affirmation every week. And so I've been pulling my weekly card, and then based on that card, I make an affirmation that I use every week, and I will tell you about that in my routine. And I also write down which deck I'm going to use for the week. So I've been picking a deck to focus on so that I don't have to write down every day, here's what deck it was, because a lot of my decks don't look exactly like this. But this week I am using the Dream Keepers, and I used Mystical Moments last week, and I used Robin Wood the first week. So I'm just sticking with a deck for each week. And that is how I'm using this. And you know, I have my new moon spread, which I usually don't do those, but I thought I would because it was in the journal. So here is my routine that I'm using to incorporate all of this stuff. And if you've read Atomic Habits, one thing that really helped me, one of the biggest takeaways from that book was to, if you want to start a new habit, then you attach it to one that you already have. And so what I do in the morning is I wake up and I drink a glass of water and I make myself a cup of coffee. And it's half calf because I have to limit my caffeine. And while I make my coffee, I take that, my affirmation, and I have a little notebook, and it sits right by my coffee maker. The pen is tucked inside, and I write my affirmation a couple of times while the coffee is brewing. And then what I do really starts the night before. Before I go to bed, I have to do a few things. I have to lay out my yoga mat. I have to lay out my meditation cushion. I lay out my regular journal. I lay out my tarot journal. My tarot cards stay in the same general area. And I also have to lay out my clothes. Otherwise, it'll suck up a lot of my time in the morning. So I've tried to anticipate not having to get up and go get a pen or anything like that. Everything is ready the night before. And on Sundays, I choose my deck for the week. I do my little focus card for the next week and make an affirmation based on it. And then I also get a yoga video, a 10-minute yoga video, because I'm not doing 30 minutes. I get a 10-minute yoga video and I put it in a special playlist on YouTube with just that video. And then I do the same yoga video every single day because it does help you improve when you repeat the same one. But also I have to look away. I have to avert my eyes when I open up YouTube because I just can't get sucked into, let me just watch this video. I go right to that playlist and there's only one video in it, and then I start yoga. which is not something I normally would do in the morning, but I do 10-minute yoga video. And after I've done it a few times that week, I don't even really need the video. And then after that, I'm already on the mat. I just sit and meditate for about 10 minutes. And I've always been someone who journals after I meditate. So anything that came up or that, my guides popped in or something, I write that in my regular journal. And keeping up with my journal is something I also wanted to focus on. So that is already connected to the meditation. And then after that, I usually pull my 3 tarot cards first, and I look at them while I'm doing yoga. And then I record my tarot card reading for the day in my journal, and then I'm done. And sometimes when I come home, I feel good because it sets me up for the day, and I've already done all the important things I want to do. And sometimes it inspires me to do a little more meditation when I come home, or to reflect a little more on the tarot cards, or to write in my journal a little more, or to maybe do an evening yoga video. But I don't have to. And so just doing 10 minutes every day, if I add up 10, 10, 10, that adds up to way more than I was doing trying to do a larger chunk of yoga or meditation. So this way I've done it every day, and it's getting to be part of my routine. I'm probably going to have to give it a couple months. Sometimes it is really difficult to make myself get up, but it's almost a domino effect where I've realized that I'm going to have to go to bed at a certain time for this to work. Otherwise, the meditation part, if I'm tired, gets very difficult. And so then I, mark my boxes, walk 10,000 steps, yoga, tarot, weights when I can, meditation, read a book, and journal. And there are a few days where I've gotten all of that done, and I don't feel like I've had to be unnecessarily busy. So that is my new morning routine, and I'm really happy with it, because I take that same 30 minutes where I just daydreamed, and I still get to do that, but I'm getting a lot more out of it, and I'm feeling pleased with myself, and I'm starting my day really focused on what's important, really centered, and not as anxious and not as worried. And then I still have my last call alarm where it's like, okay, gotta get dressed, gotta get out this door. But because I've had my clothes picked out, then, I just go. And I do meal prep Sunday, so I've got that down to a science. I take about an hour Sunday morning and make all my breakfasts and lunches for the week, and then I have something in the crock pot, so I have dinner for a couple of days, and it's working out well. I'm interested if anyone has this Writual planner to let me know in the comments, or drop me a line somehow. I'm really liking it. It was a little pricey. So I put it on, I asked Santa for it, and Santa always comes through. And then these were $10. It's 10 pages of all the cards. And yeah. So that's my new routine. And I'm really having a lot of success with it, because I come home and now I have time to read a book. And I'm not stressed out about all the things I should do. I hope you're having a great new year, and I will see you next time. Bye.